Okay guys, so here we are again. Daily time frame EU, this time using TradingView because Forex Replay doesn't have the data of today yet, so therefore using TradingView. I cut away today's candle, so this is yesterday's candle, and let's go briefly over those lines. So I've added quarterly vertical lines to see quarter changes. As you can see, the beginning of the year we consolidated and then we expanded. Then the second quarter we expanded higher. And now in the beginning of the third quarter we consolidated and we took out a major low, which is placement right here. So that is a bearish signature, giving a first hint clue of the algo that price might go lower. Also, if we look and we zoom in a bit more on the daily time frame, we can see price has made this leg, took out this buy side, took out this sell side, and therefore we are now in this bearish dealing range. Recently, price has been consolidating, trading inside this fair value gap and inside this order block. And if we measure from the current dealing range, obvious in a premium. So looking for shorts mainly, and yeah, today is Friday. So Friday is always a bit of a tricky day, especially when you have the week only going to the downside. Then you can expect a bullish day on Friday. So what we can expect is, I'm sorry, I'm going to do this. Of course, it's a 20-day look back high and a 20-day look back low. So that makes this upper portion inside a premium where we look for shorts. So again, today kind of weird maybe because but we're looking for longs for TGIF because Monday is trading down, Tuesday is trading down, Wednesday was kind of indecisive but did not make a higher high than Tuesday, closing lower, also here closing lower high and making a lower low yesterday. So today I'm expecting a kind of a retracement, a pullback anyway, but I'm looking for longs. And probably it will take out his low. I'm not sure, but we'll see. So let's go to the 4 hour to see if we can see something more there. So this is the dealing range at this moment because we took out sell side, took out the buy side here, from here to there. So this is our current dealing range we are in. Let me put down the R dealing range. So like that. What I like is that the 50% level is lining up with this low right there. So, and that low is a relatively equal low with previous day low. So those two, this one and that one are relatively equal. So that could be a nice grab, a purge to then go looking for longs. So that's also what it says, the 4 hour dealing range for low, because this is also a bullish dealing range, because it took out this low and this high, making this a bullish dealing range, which is part of the larger bearish dealing range. So since this is a bullish dealing range, it's the range we are currently in also, because you have this high and price is trading below it, and we have this low and price trading above it. So we are all trading inside this dealing range. Yeah, so let's dive to the 15-minute and let's go to um, London session, the 1 minute. Not sure why can't I? Oh, okay. Apparently, let's see, 2 o'clock. Not even close. Okay, so here's Asia. Okay, Asia making a move lower. Okay, and there's London right there. Okay, so here's London session. So if we go to the 15 minute, we can see that Asia purged the 4 hour dealing range low. There's this low right there, which was also of the larger dealing range equilibrium. So from the bigger dealing range, from this high to this low, we are now in discount. And this is a very big dealing range. And we are discount, we took this 4 hour dealing range low. So let's see how price reacts because we just purged those low. We are in discount now. So we might expect a retracement, and also because it's Friday, maybe we can see a bigger retracement. So what do we see on this time frame, on the 15 minute now? I see this consolidation. So the thing that I'm thinking now is we have consolidation, manipulation, expansion, maybe go back for a retracement, and then retrace higher for today. And maybe we can target those equal highs, but we are all the way down here. So I'm not sure if price will get there. But at least I think Asia high is on the menu. So let's see how price is reacting. Maybe I can do the, maybe I can split my screen. 1 minute here. Yeah. Like so. Yes, that's nice. So here's the 1 minute. Trading below, so here's the 1 minute consolidating. So we consolidated in this area below this low, below the 50%. So we're consolidating in discount. And now we have a displacement to the upside, right? And here also we took out this low right there. We got displacement, but more importantly, we're trading back inside or better above this low. Here we consolidated and we purged that low. Then we were accumulating shorts, and now we are moving explosively away from this consolidation. So now we wait for a retracement, like so, and we're going to see how it will behave. So we have a bullish dealing range on the 1 minute time frame from this low to that high. Look how this 50% is kind of lining up with the 4 hour dealing range low. So it tapped into this value gap right there. So for me, that could be a long now. So let's close there, stop loss. I like to stop loss here or maybe there, but I like to play it safe. It's only 6 pips. And my target would be something around here. So let's target the body high over there for a 1, 2, 3. I'm putting away this one because this will show the price in advance. So let's see how price is reacting from this level. So again, reason for this is I'm seeing two. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, here's the 50%. I'm sorry. Right here. But yeah, okay, still. I'm sorry. I thought this 50%, but it's from the higher time frame dealing range, and this is from the lower time frame dealing range. So, and here's the 50% is resting right there. So a better option would be to wait a little bit more to enter from this order block. But let's see what price does. Yeah, so it touches the 50% level to the pip where the order block is located. And now we're going further and deeper. Okay, so there's another discount Favaya gap resting right there. And of course, there are some inversion Favaya gaps, but I don't use them. Okay, so I think so price going back and forth now. So there's a lower high resistance liquidity condition, but it looks like it's now displacing higher. It's creating kind of propulsion blocks, because if we take this order block, we hit that block right there. So if we mark out this order block, it's not being respected, okay. So then it's touching this order block again. And we did not trade into this breakaway gap. So price is now moving higher. But let's look. I want to study this a bit more. Let's to see what happens. We make this high, this dealing range on the 1 minute. Once we have that, we see an order block at the 50% mark. What else do we see? Displacement through the 25%. We go lower. Here the 25% acts as resistance. Then it sends price lower. Price taps into this order block right here. So if we mark that one out, this order block, which is in discount, so is this a discount array? This value cap stays open, so it uses this one, then pushes higher, price higher again. So then we can extend the dealing range to this. And look how it is respecting the order block. So it's displacing lower, taking out this low, this liquidity, which is now also a discount array. And now when we came back to this order block again, with speed, we trade higher. We trade through the 50% mark and also to the other 50% mark. Did we break a high at this moment? No, we didn't. It's only till here where we broke a high for the model. Then we have this dealing range. But if we use this dealing range, now we have displacement through this high. So then we can use the new dealing range, which I think is this one. Took out this low, took out this high. We have a new dealing range. And here's the 50% mark. So we want to use what? This inversion of a gap, the breaker maybe. Well, different things here. So let's see what price is doing. Okay. So price is coming back to this value gap, this premium, this discount. So again, we are consolidating at the 50% mark. Then we're trading away from it, leaving a fair value gap, tapping into the fair value gap, consolidating, and with speed we trade to the 25% level. And here we have the 25% fair value gap, which we traded through right now. So price kind of is consolidating. It has difficult breaking through these highs here. Let's see the time, so a few more candles. So it's still within this dealing range, tapping into the fair value gap once more. So let's see the 15 minute. It's exactly 4:15. So what we can see here is high resistance, but order flow is being established and respected. Because if we look, for example, this order block got respected here. Small mohawk was allowed. Then we have this order block we stepped into, trades higher. Now we're inside this order block. We're tapping into what's closing in the upper portion of this order block because we got some speed here. And price is closing above the body of the order block. Okay, so we can still hold this trade because we can see that the order flow on the 15 minute is bullish. Let's see what the price is doing. Price is going sideways, still respecting the 15-minute order flow. So it's up 50%, so that's usually where price consolidates. So now we're at the highs again. So I took out this liquidity right there, but it's respecting down close candles. And now we're trading above it. And now we're really making some moves. And we go back. So this is how it looks on the 15. So on the 15 minute, you might say we have a bearish dealing range. And we have some speed. But still this Friday, thinking TGIF. And we did some accumulation below old lows. So that's usually a bullish signature, bullish clue. And we are still respecting bullish order flow on the 50 minute. So it's high resistance, but still order flow is bullish. We did break a low here after touching the previous day low. So this doesn't hold anymore. We have a new dealing range from this low to that high. We're gonna remove it like so to see price better. So I'm still in this trade, right? Still in. Okay, that's a big move to take out some liquidity. And a big move again up. So price really goes sideways, retracing. But as you can see, price is still respecting the 15-minute order flow. So let's mark out the order block. I'm watching this order block. Let's remove this. So we have the relatively equal lows. Price went sideways, was failing to create a higher high, then broke this low, created equal lows, and now it has taken out those equal lows. And now we see speed. This looks pretty bullish to me, creating same situation, order flow. Also what I see now is that we have short-term low, long-term, intermediate-term low. So maybe it's worth another trade right there, like so. Target Asia high. So we're tagged. It was anticipating price to fill in this fair value gap, allowing deep retracements. And okay, that was pretty close. So now we are so yeah, price is still going sideways and pretty hard. It doesn't matter, the bodies are still closing at a higher price. Okay, so okay, this box is the hourly macro from 10 to 8 till 10 past 8. So now price starts to spool. It's in a hurry. Price is retracing a bit. And meantime, it is, we are, by the way, forgot to mention it. Not sure why it doesn't work here. Anyways, this is the start of New York. New York session starts here with a move up, with a move down, and then the expansion. That was New York. You can see it better on the 15 right there. So I entered at the end of lunch in here. Now I have some expansion and there wasn't news today. Oh, you can see it right there, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock there's news. So price took out Asia high right now, so those targets would have been met. That's nice. So let's mark them out. This is Asia high, Asia high, Asia high. Asia high was taken. Okay, let's see. So I do now. We have kind of a pullback after taking out Asia high, which makes sense because we have now this low to this high. Look how price is respecting the 25% level. Just testing it. So here's 50% lining up with the previous day low, and here's it's a bigger time frame. Yeah. Higher time frame. The 50% lining up there too. Yeah. So let's see if we get there. Yep. So we're now in discount in this order block or propulsion block. So let's see how price reaction there. Up, price goes down. Whoa. So price came back to a discount and then takes off. takes off heavily. And I think we have to go to a higher time frame to see what's doing. So there are equal highs right there. Ignore the Asia high, it's not Asia high. They got taken and prices slams through it. Okay, so now we are already here. So there's those equal highs. Price retraces now, creating a high to those highs. Or maybe this high, but it's already taken. Anyway, it's adding a high, a fake high. And there goes this high also. Whoa. Yeah, so price was really, really in a hurry. So I have to go. Alright, so there's another very big high over here, which is got also taken. And then we have the IPTA 20-day high. That's interesting, it's very nearby. So let's see. And that's where price is right now. Back at that low. Okay, so that's interesting. So basically what happened is we can quit replay mode. So some noise. So we traded below yesterday's low. We accumulating, this was all accumulation, but still respecting order flow. With speed, we took out Asia high. We traded back in the range with speed. Below this low, this was accumulation. And as soon as we are entering above the previous day low, we got speed, we got action. Price traded back one more time, find support in this order block, aligning with this previous day low. And today was big news event. And prices shoots to the moon. And taking off and taking a lot of buy side liquidity resting above all those highs. Equal highs right there, equal highs right there, relatively equal highs right there, and eventually took out this high right there. So let's see in the 1 hour how this looks, maybe the 4 hour. Yeah, so let's see what we have here. So the green, let's remove this one. So we were talking about this dealing range when we started. You have to see it was a bullish dealing range, which we took out today in the Asia session. And we also took out the high of this dealing range, which is pretty bizarre because this is a move. This one lots of pips. 140.5 pip. So it took liquidity on both sides now. If we go more to the daily, because this is how it looks like right now, like this. So it took out all those equal highs right there. I'm not sure it will continue to take out those highs. The reason that I'm not sure is because we are in a discount. So this might be a manipulation move. But this is also a 20-day high. Let's see if it's still accurate. Yeah, so this first block is 20-day low, 20-day high, 40-day high, 40-day low, and IPTA 60 low, 60 high. Yeah. Yeah, so that was today. The, if you go back for an entry, to look for an entry, what a nice entry shadow was. We took the entry. What we had was this. This was the entry again. We were accumulating before London opened. Then we had this big displacement move right there with a nice value gap. And if you measure the move from there to there, below 50%, there's also this order block. But yeah, I would have used this value gap, and then price keeps respecting this order block and tries made its way up. In case you missed it, was there another opportunity? Let's see. Price consolidates. Not really. Maybe here. Yeah, there was another opportunity, definitely. This move right there. This move would be another possibility. Took out sell side with speed. Breaks a high right there. There is this nice big value gap. The price touches into multiple times. So if we move, we use this value gap right there. Here it touches here, you got 1, 2, 3 touches. So that could be your entry. Stop loss below this low. And just wait. You have to wait a very long time. And there was another possibility here because we took out all this liquidity. We have this displacement lag. We close above these highs. And there's this value gap, which you could have bought. And then this stop loss. So there's another entry there. Maybe this one, because it took out this low, those equal lows resting right there. So there's a new dealing range from there to there. And there we have this, the value gap. Maybe I made it this low. This. Anyway, there was another opportunity there. Then price really starts to spool. And of course, this is where the move started from there to there. Breaking out those highs. And price was retracing into higher time frame order block. Yeah, so I think there were lots of entries here. Let's go to the 4 hour once again. And yeah, I'm not sure where price wants to go next. It took out this high, closing inside the daily. Let's look at the daily once more. So I'm going to update my. Oh, it's for the day now. Okay. So maybe it wants to take out 20-day high and then reverse, and leaving it as the intermediate term high or long term high. I'm curious, to be honest. It could be a fake move. One could say we are still bullish because it respected this value gap right there, which it practically did, tapping into this order block, respecting this value gap, and now sending price higher to take out this swing high and that swing high. But I'm not sure, to be honest, because we have a quarterly shift in market structure this low, which is bearish for me. So maybe price will respect this order block. And also, if you look at the bigger picture, we are in 1, 2, 3 legs. Therefore, we are now consolidating. And we are also in, because we made a swing point here, we are in premium. So I'm still thinking bearishness because order flow has shifted. We have this order block right there. This order block is still active, same as this propulsion block. As you can see, price was respecting all this, and also 20-day high was respecting the mean threshold of this order block. So maybe we tap in this order block once more, and we go down. We may see lower prices. Also, something I'm gonna to consider is we have a very large range day today. So Monday might be consolidation. Maybe consolidate Tuesday. I have the week tapping into this order block, and then the rest of the week we see lower prices. But that's all guessing. But yeah, we'll see. So that's it for today, and until I speak to you next time. Bye.